What's up everyone, it's Jambors, new video, new masterclass, Skhodra Elektronike, Zjerm, and a complete breakdown of their staging, what went wrong, what went amazingly well, and also for the members a little bit more, and in this case more about the performance itself, even though performance of the artist is also a part of the staging. So partly I will also break this down in it, but more likely I will go around the technicality of it and how it captivated the whole amazing atmosphere it had, but without trying to be biased. This is not a reaction, this is a staging masterclass. So I hope that after watching this you will again learn something a little bit more about how stagings work, or if they don't work, why they don't work, how complex discipline it is, because some people think that the staging is only what's happening on the stage, but actually it's also cameras, camera movements, camera edits, the movement of the artist, which is always a choreography, regardless if they dance or not, you know, like it's still somehow practiced movements exactly at the same moment if it's done properly, and so on and so on and so on and so on. It's a complex discipline, and not everybody is really understand how actually all those elements can create one crazy experience. This staging, in my opinion, it's one of the best this year. Not perfect, I will break it down, but one of the best, captivating the music elements. Might it have been done better? Yes. Could it have been worse? 100%, but there are so many nice elements, so many nice details, how this staging elevates the whole song and works with the song and captivates the song as one almost perfect body. Almost, but 8th place for Albania. Come on, this is perfection for the song, which is definitely not a pop song, for the song which is definitely not a popular song in the way that this is very specific folk-inspired, folk-infused song, but absolutely crazily fitting at Eurovision stage, or in my opinion any other stage which takes music seriously. Weird that, but I will get this into the non-member, or for the members part, why juries probably didn't give more. But anyway, 8th place, come on, perfect. So we will do it this way. I will watch it together the whole. If the copyright won't allow it, I will need to skip this part or make it faster or something like that. So sorry for the inconvenience. Members will have it full anyway. And then I will break it down step by step. So if you're ready, let's do this. So again, this Eurovision intro, Albanian red and black colors, very powerful. Look at those lights behind. She's a central part of the storytelling, but not just. I'll put it a little bit lower. The staging has one weakness, and it's that has a few empty moments. Like it couldn't decide the beginning, in my opinion, a little bit break the better result. But I will get to it in absolute later part because it's more complex. I like the light play in here. The color palette, the dress in this case is perfect, if not the best this year. The choreography, I think this is more like a fun-pleasing choreography at this moment. But I like that they decided to support the beat. This is amazing edit. Also the lights, those Lego lights. And I'm very happy how they managed this part almost perfectly again. I think they should have edited it a little bit better, but I will get there. The light in behind. The atmosphere vibe. Light work. The work of pyrotechnic in here so worked. This drum thing and how it flows. It makes all sense. Such an atmosphere. But it's the pyros should have been done a little bit more accurate, because I will again in the breakdown. Okay, we saw the almost perfect performance, almost perfect staging. I think it vanished at some point to amazing breakdown, and I think this might really help you to understand the staging very well, because I already shown you Austria, which is almost a perfect example of a storytelling driven staging. Watch the video why, from professional perspective at least, why France it's absolutely the opposite of Austria in the way of what so many elements went wrong. Even maybe the idea was good, and this is somewhere in the middle of it. There are so many things which were done perfectly, but if they push the detail in here, especially with the camera work, that would be perfect. But let's get into the beginning in here and let's start with a breakdown. So first we have the opening line. I think the first 20-15 seconds are the weakest part of the song, especially for the viewers who never heard the song before. Also for the juries, actually, because you know, even juries, they are watching audio-visual show. They shouldn't be reflected by the staging a little bit, but if the staging works perfectly with the song, it enhances the song. So basically, otherwise they need to watch it with closed eyes, which is impossible. So you cannot really completely take it off, because you need to see the artist, the performance, the body language, the movement, the vibe. This is extremely important. So, you know, don't mind that otherwise juries just needs to watch with the closed eyes without anything, which wouldn't also tell them a lot. So this is why I think they didn't receive that many points, and one more reason which I will tell in the rest of the video for the members. So let's start. Dun, 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 dun. So in here you can see that the start is kind of like, okay, it's opening scene, but you can feel this guitar or this folkish instrument, traditional instrument in the background, and pitifully it's not emphasized like so many other things, but in here it will be nice with the edit. For example, dun, 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 like a zoom. Or if they do this, that those little lights which are in the background over here, that they are immediately supporting this rhythm. Or in this case would be brilliant if actually the guitar play was done by those Lego lights on the high ceiling, because the floor will open and the lights already should start do the guitar. Imagine it. Bum, bum, bum. Instead of, you know, be like nothing. Can you imagine it? That if those Lego lights are doing like dun, 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 you would immediately got the vibe, and then the camera can come to her at this moment. And in here already, follow up the beat, the lights are beating. They're basically simulating the clapping, that you have such a rich feeling from the song. Even though you know in the song it's clapping, you cannot feel it, but the lights, the white lights are creating it. You're focusing on her normally when you're first listening it, but because everything around her kind of, there is very huge element which those white lights are popping out kind of from the picture, You can feel the richness of the music. This is how your brain works. It's a magic, you know. It's this kind of magic which Eurovision can apply live, because you really got into the feeling that everything is a little bigger than it actually is. Because it works, and you have a feeling that also the audience clapping. Imagine the effect is not there by the lights, and you will feel that something is wrong, because the people are not doing it actually. They are not. But if this is supported by the light, your brain is satisfied. And it's good that even though you don't see, your brain is used to this rhythm, it feels it. And the interesting thing is that even the parasitic light from it, it's still present in any other camera shot they used. And in here, of course, very, very strongly by those other lights. And still, now the calm part, and now in this calm part, which in my opinion they should a little bit more play with some light or something to even enhance it. Like, for example, those Lego lights, they should go like gradiently up with the red, or more intensity in this case, you know, to make it look bigger. It's just the empty shot after all now. And again, you know, they could use them, because they're not using them that much. They could use them and against emphasizing this guitar or this instrument, because you would be already used to from the beginning. And it would so help, because now this is the dominant background rhythm. And now, because and I will tell you why this is a mistake. I'm stopping it, but this is a reason for it. They already get used to that the drumming rhythms are supported. The problem is that when they are not present, like in here the guitar, the tone is not emphasized, and that's why it in general it feels empty. And of course you're focused on her, but imagine like how your brain would be completely grabbed if they already did this, you know, like if this is supported a little bit better. Again, you would feel it richer, you would feel it not empty, and those are empty shots pitifully. Or in this case, if there is another person who's doing it, you would feel it. But for this, the lights can do the work. You don't need to have the instrument obsolete thing in any way to use it on stage where they are not live. If you don't need it for some specific case or specific scenario or a reason, use the lights. That would so much help the empty shots. And now I like it, the element that they introduce the guy. They should have introduced him later actually, that he's using this, and when he beats this beat here, and immediately on the beat, because this comes too late, he beats. In this moment already the graphic should pop out. At the same second, the edit, already the graphics popping out. You can see that it goes a little bit later, immediately. Make it immediately. And this is where they are not consistent in the staging, because sometimes it's perfect and sometimes it's a little bit offbeat. It has a little bit principle a little bit later, which doesn't really work in the shots they used. But anyway, let's watch it. They are transferring the stage. Nice shot. But now you are used to that this beat is doing it, right? And in here it works perfect. I don't know why they didn't use it in the beginning, because it would look much better when he now hits it, and it's gradiently go. It rises from him, so he hits it, and the lights are going from the boxes to the whole stage, and the lights from the box to the light. If they introduce this element in the beginning with this shot, better. It would be better. It would be more approachable, because you will understand that it needs to flow a little bit, this recolor regression. Again, he did it. And sometimes it does the work, sometimes it doesn't, but I think they should do it faster, that it really pops beyond him immediately. It would connect you again with the rhythm of the song a little bit better. Of course, now I'm completely nitpicking it, but this is important because those little details I think can play a significant role. Anyway, lights are doing everything what they should. The edit does everything what it does. This is a part not for everybody, the choreography. I'm personally liking it. And I like, listen the beat and follow the pyrotechnics. But the thing is that they are going then constantly randomly. It would be, just make a one principle out of it. Now they go randomly. Like they go does a but before on the beat, so you must use different kind of fires or different intensity of fire a little bit, or use just few ones and the other ones for this. Would be better. They would save also some money. This is amazing shot. She's coming in. This is empty shot. It's too long. It's nothing going on. They should introduce him in here, you know. They should introduce him, his face, for example, at this, he hits it. And at this moment, introduce his face, frontal, her face, frontal. At that moment, she could do some acting like, now it's your turn, something, you know. And he goes to his position because we can see that on the right side is his microphone. And then he needs to go there, you know. It would be much vital that it's already somehow prepared. Or the camera follows her in general. So we see him and there is this interaction between them. Then it's on her or public or something. Because now he needs to go this road there, you know. And even though the light does everything, and now we have this. So again, emphasize a little bit her hit. Basically now we will follow him or her. We will find out that she has this in her arms now and do like detail on it, you know. And again, it's weird that she hits it and from this angle, you know, even the lights are going through because it's a transparent boxes. We cannot enjoy it that much. So it would be nicer if they do it much faster or better timed. And also in here, if for example those lights we see from above, they change the intensity to like more vibrant, like adding and losing to empathize. They are playing with this effect, but later they should do it already in here. Amazing, this clapping. Watch those Lego lights, what they are doing. She's clapping again. This is so cool. Exactly rhythm and exactly those lights, how they go. They go exactly with the echo of the hand. Clap, clap, clap. Brilliant. It's perfectly combined. Now it works perfectly, this shot. Again, we are enjoying this moment. So now, this is a mistake. So she says Zjerm, but we hear him. He should be there, already more introduced, because now this is his moment, not hers. Now we have this artistic shot and this shot, and they should only switch between them. This shot, for example, is for nothing over here. Her details in this is intimate moment, even though they want to again emphasize this hitting. Don't do it, or do it properly, because this shot basically says nothing. This is the pure hatred in his eyes or something, the fire. We need to see this. Now stay on him, it's a recital, because this was a long shot. How long? 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds almost. We were staying on the long shot, which bring nothing. The 3 minutes, we are breaking out 3 minutes. Stay here. Again, this is nice. Again, absolutely nonsensical shot. I don't feel it. It's a connection between two of them. Give me their connection in here, or stay on him and change me detail to more detail, even more close up, farther, let's say American a little bit. This one, just don't they complicated with this for no reason. Okay, we see the graphic, but we already saw it. We don't need to see it all the time. Now the storytelling, and they failed in this part. Be with him, like this shot, her, this shot, and again, but here only what I like on this shot, how they are using this backlight completely, basically emphasizing this bass, you know, bass. But it should be him, you know, it should be the shot, because it could be visible if the camera is just directly to him from the profile. We could see this light also pulsing behind him better, and then the camera on her, because nothing is going on, empty shot, and then the graphic goes, and again you are used to that they in the stage they are emphasizing with lights or with the graphics some tonality of the song, and again here the graphic is floating, but anything else is extremely static. Only the camera flows, but basically shows you nothing. In this case, it would be extremely vital if they also find the elements in the lights to go with the flow of the song, or if those lights also move in, so you a little bit feel that instead of this roof, that it's more organic and kind of reacting to the melody of the song. Otherwise, it's empty shot, nothing, you know. Long one will be stay on her, because she is very expressive. They should stay on her a little bit more to grow this drama in her. And now they should go this one, because it, you know, you see it. How many times you see it? Here, one white shot, then detail, and then this white shot. Just this white shot would be enough, you know, because it do this with lights. Brilliant. And you know how your brain reacts. You see the sound. You see the sound. And again, empty shot. Absolutely for no reason shot. From white shot to white shot from above, like top shot but white. What was the reason? Go through the public to her with spider cam or something. And this works. Now, you know, for those moments when you want to emphasize the music, do this when there is something going on. In other cases, stay with the artist, or stay with the artist. You don't need the white shots. White shots where nothing is going on are creating this empty space in the head, and that's why also it's not that ultra captivating how it should. And also, you know, this is a little bit different from the fans who already knows the song. But imagine that millions, tens of millions of people saw it for the first time. You cannot afford emptiness. So, but this is a nice moment. So she screams, and he's again, you know, doing this. So why not to reintroduce a little bit this principle? And one thing this is, I don't understand why they decided. So you're all the half of the song, you're following the beat. It's not present anymore. It's only this beat. And something is missing now from the song, because your brain learned to listen to the song via its visual elements, and they are now missing. Before it was there, and they get used to it, and now they are missing. And my question is, why? You know, they are now focusing only on this beat and pulse, but the song has more layers now. And you must go with all of them, because otherwise your brain feels that, you know, something is missing. You like it, but you maybe wouldn't say perfect. And this is because you're not fed up properly. It's like you already eat all the meat from the hamburger. Now you need to eat only those two. How is it actually called? You know, this pastry only. The rhythm completely lost in visuals. And also this they did, and they should reintroduce this element when he beats. Now it's the fire, but when he hits it, I will show. He hits it now the light is spreading and then cast the fire up. But they need to reintroduce this element to see that it's really like a wave. Because now when he hits it, it should immediately the fire pop out. I think that would be smarter idea to make those graphics be faster, because you can see it only from few shots where it makes sense, and then otherwise it looks like a mistake. Again, for your brain, it looks like a mistake because he hit it and the fire goes, half a second after, but it's too late. The music is happening now. See how it's like a cascade, a wave. And again, schnit, 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 only her movement, but with schnit, 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 you can do like zoom, 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 or you can do edit, 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 or you can do blick, 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 blick with the light, but you should support those like key elements of the song at the right moment. They didn't. They only focus then on this beating, only. But it's, again, he hits it. The fire behind him, because it's closer, goes sooner, and the rest goes later. But it should go in the same moment, because in this angle, you can see on the graph, if you focus now on the LED floor, you can see how it works like a wave. It's like a wave. The red goes and the white takes. This is a nice idea, that he's trying to put the white when the red comes, and white when the red comes, like extinguisher, let's say, or a fire releaser, something like this. The thing is that it's not going at the same right moment. It's a logical thing, but it's not solved the way that it's understandable for your brain again. Otherwise it should be even, They shouldn't forget to make this wave look better. It would also help with the light, the light can do, like, for example, this movement. They should support the wave going. Something what would make your brain understand the delay. The beat is completely missing already, for no reason, only this. See, it feels like empty. She goes there. I like this shot, but imagine how it would be that also something. It doesn't need to be very intensive, but you need to feel the music is going on, because there is some extremely important element of the song missing. And then it has this, again, this vibrancy. She holds it perfect, but because they forgot about the beat, if you watched here, how it would be with the lights, and now focus on the schnit, it will go with the beat, and then with schnit, some other lights will do the intensity. Schnit, 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 schnit. That would be it, but it's missing. It feels incomplete. Because this pulsing is good. And this is why this staging, I would say, inconsistent, but on the very good side. Very good idea, very good connection with graphics, colors, dress, the costume. It's brilliant. Her acting, but it's used a little bit halfway. On the very good side, but for perfection, little details were missing at the right moment. For some reason, they forgot about them in very important parts of the song. And now again, it won't affect the song, because the song would be great anywhere. But in Eurovision, it's not just, it's audio, visual, and now, because the competition there, it's crazily good at some points. Not all of them, definitely not all of them, but lots of them are doing this perfectly. And you maybe saw it before this act. Your brain got used to what the quality is, even though you cannot name it. When the song hits the visuals, all together at the right moment, this is when you feel everything properly, and you focus where they want you to focus. Otherwise, that's why sometimes you got this boredom, or why sometimes you got thinking, sometimes you cannot enjoy that perfectly, or sometimes you have this little feeling like something is maybe missing, something is wrong, even unconsciously. Because your brain is not fed properly. If, like, I would be now talking and you cannot hear me, for some reason the sound wouldn't work, you would also feel that something is weird or wrong. And this is it, So our brain works this way, and when they have the opportunity to do it, you must do it properly. Otherwise, the competition is do it better. That has nothing to do with the song itself. It's more really a breakdown staging, and why they could have done it even better, and maybe, in my opinion, to receive more points, because you would be living 3 minutes with it. You would be living with it. They weren't able to make it happen, to captivate your brain, their focus for 3 minutes completely, to complexly, to say like wow. Because you would say wow for no reason, because you wouldn't be able to get your head out of it, because everything would do everything what it should do without you even noticing it's doing it right. So this is what I would say for this staging, and this is also all for non-members on this channel. So if you want to become member, support me, support this channel also, and learn a little bit more, because now I will be talking about Albania and why they didn't had a better scoring, and what I think more about it. Become members, and see you there. Thank you for watching. Bye.